Hi, welcome to the JMO Show, episode 2.
Was I supposed to gesture then as well? Should we do it together?
All right, episode 2. You're not even on camera. Oh well.
Whatever.
Yeah.
People get the gist.
They do. I'm Perry.
And I'm Joe.
And
welcome to the show.
Yeah.
Made a rhyme.
Whoa.
That was a good start.
That was a good start. All right, let's get into the news.
The news.
First piece of news, Joanna.
Okay, so it's very exciting news is the fact that we now have the ability to print livers.
Print
not
livers?
not
As in, like,
whole human livers
you
at the moment.
get a piece of paper and stick it in the printer?
Well, you can print a picture of a liver.
Okay.
But in San Diego, California, there have been scientists who have been working on 3D printing of human liver cells, and they've managed to produce a liver that is, it's tiny, it's 0.5 millimeter deep and 4 millimeters across, but it is a fully functioning human liver. So
fully functioning human liver that is not even a centimeter in any direction.
Yes, well,
that's impressive.
when I say fully functioning, if you put it in your body and just hoped that it would get rid of all your toxins, it probably wouldn't work too well, simply because it's so tiny.
Yeah.
But it does produce all of the hormones and enzymes that a human liver normally would.
That's a good start.
And
Fine.
it is. And
Yeah.
so the way that they do it is they use the 3D printer to lay down hepatocytes and stellates, which are the cells that make up your liver. And the most important aspect that has been the breakthrough is the fact that they've been able to add the cells that make the lining of the blood vessels in the liver so that you can get all the sort of ducting in.
Ducks are good.
No, not ducts.
Oh.
If
we had ducks in our blood, that would be an interesting world to live in.
Yeah, you know how there are those signs with like the big ducks and
Yeah.
then all the little ducks that are adorable behind them?
That would be blood.
Yeah. The main thing that I thought about when I heard about the potential of printing organs is the fact that it's a great day for cannibals everywhere, really.
Cannibals are rejoicing.
I mean, Hannibal must be
Hannibal,
just a very happy chap at the
He's just going to
moment.
buy himself a 3D printer and then just make himself a person to eat.
Munch on.
Yeah, just
In the comfort of your own home, just
it's quite
sitting there
convenient.
thinking, I'm a little bit peckish. I think I'm going to bake myself up
Yeah.
some lungs and perhaps a bit of spleen on the side.
If I were a cannibal, I would enjoy that. I think.
You think?
Not speaking from experience here.
Sure.
Yeah.
I don't think I can trust you, to be honest. But then I guess you could also print,
You could.
you know, steaks.
Steak. Oh yeah, like non-human
Yeah.
body parts.
We're moving away from the cannibalism now because it's getting a little bit
strange.
bizarre.
Yeah.
But
so,
the official uses for these tiny livers that they have produced is that if they can produce bigger ones, they could be used for transplanting sections of liver and also for toxicity tests. So they can run new drugs and that sort of thing to see how the liver would actually react.
Without actually attacking a person.
Yeah,
and
or
taking their
without you know, testing it on a person, but also without testing it on animals. So it's good for the ethics of biological sciences.
So cannibals, animals, and hospital patients worldwide are rejoicing.
Yeah.
Cool.
And it's all just with a 3D printer. Obviously, you can't buy it and keep it in your home just yet. But
One
who
day.
knows? The
One
future is an exciting place.
It is indeed. On to the second piece of news. It's quite exciting, this one.
Oh, I'm very excited.
Are you very excited? I'm
Yeah.
very excited. The 12th Doctor has recently been announced for the BBC Doctor Who show. You might have heard about it. Apparently it's relatively popular.
Yeah,
Yeah.
don't know. I don't think I've
So
ever heard of it.
Peter Capaldi is the new Doctor, or at least he will be. Is it after Christmas he comes in?
Yeah, he comes
Yes,
in on
after
the Christmas special this year. That will be his first episode, but not his first ever episode of Doctor Who.
Oh.
Because he has in fact appeared in in one previous Doctor Who episode.
Yep.
He was in The Fires of Pompeii, and he was also in Torchwood, which is a Doctor Who spin-off series for those who don't know. So
And
he's
fun
already
fact,
been a part of the Doctor Who universe.
Torchwood anagrams the right word? It
Sure.
anagrams into Doctor Who, which is how the
I actually
thing
did
got
not
it
know
named.
that.
Yeah, you
Wow.
learn something new every day.
How did I not know that? I feel quite ashamed. But the announcement was made at 4 a.m. on Monday morning. So
Australian time.
Australian time, yes. I'm sure it was a more reasonable time in the
I
UK.
think it was 7 in the evening in the UK.
Yeah, prime time. But then us Australians just had to
Other side of the world.
4 a.m.
It sucks to be us, occasionally.
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 But
We get space panties.
bringing it back.
Yeah. He has
Peter Capaldi has.
played.
Oh,
Who's saying
would you
this
like
one?
to go?
I'll go this one. You can do the next one.
Sure.
Okay, he has played a character called Who Doctor in, what is it, World War Z or Z, depending on where you're from. I think Zach's going to shoot me if I say Z. So World War Z,
Yeah, there we go.
and Who stands for World Health Organization. There we go. Didn't screw it up too
Yep.
much. So he was the Who Doctor. Now he's the Doctor Who.
That's a bit of a conspiracy, that one, I
A
have to
little
say.
bit. Yeah.
He's also starred in The Thick of It, which is a British comedy, and he was a spin doctor, again,
A
a doctor.
doctor.
I'm sensing a theme here.
I think he likes doctors.
He was Dr. Malcolm Tucker, and from what I hear of that character, he used quite vulgar language, and I assume that they're not bringing that over to Doctor
Yeah.
Who because it is a family show.
It is a family show, so if you're under the age of little people, don't watch The Thick of It, because
It's not designed
it's
for little
not designed
people.
for you.
It's not little people friendly.
Yeah,
It's only for the big people.
only big people.
And on to our third story.
Oh, third
is-
story is
It is about a wine train.
a wine train. Wine trains are fun. Is it a train made of wine?
No.
Oh,
Here is the story. There was an Amtrak train that was travelling from New York to Washington, D.C., and there'd been a number of breakdowns on the train, and it was all a bit of a mess. And one of the passengers was the owner of the Chateau Sirac, which is a wine company.
sounds fancy.
Oh, not, yeah, well, it is quite fancy.
yeah.
I mean, I think if you put anything in French, it automatically just has an
Yeah.
air of
French is just
elegance.
a fancy language.
And so this man had a lot of bottles of wine that he was taking to DC for a wine tasting, and he knew that he wasn't going to make it in time because the train had broken down. I'm not sure how many times, but it was
Quite a
just
lot.
a mess of a train ride. So he decided just to pop the bottles and have a bit of wine
Yeah.
tasting right there on the train.
Yeah, free wine tasting for all the passengers on the carriage with him. Pretty
So
cool.
I think that was, probably a bit of a nice change around. They were having a bad day. The engine was breaking down. It was going pretty
Everything's,
terribly.
yeah, just sucking, and then free
There
wine.
you go. Turns around. That's why you got to keep a positive attitude because you never know what could happen.
However, again, wine not for little people. Just putting it out there. Don't get any
Yes,
ideas.
this is the M-rated
JMO show.
JMO show.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it would have been a very
It would have been a very enjoyable
Yeah.
train ride.
well. The thing that I found quite interesting, I learned in my French class the other day. The French phrase that means hangover literally translates to "I have a face made of wood" or "I have a wooden face." So I'm not sure, but I think there might have been some wooden-faced passengers.
Probably would have
From
been
that train.
wooden-faced passengers after the train.
Would that make their faces flammable?
Now there's a thought.
I think faces. I think faces are probably already flammable.
Probably are.
This is coming back to the cannibalism thing.
This is a little
This
bit.
is a little bit
a real-
concerning.
We're just going to stop that tangent right
yeah,
there.
just get away
But
from that.
Yeah, that's wine train. Also like a gravy train, because gravy train means good and wine is good.
I don't know. I think it tastes pretty bad personally.
Yeah, I do as well. I
It's-
don't like it. But
It's like you could have just some grape juice, and that'd be sweet,
Yeah.
and it'd be
non-alcoholic,
tasty.
and little people can have that.
And little people can have the wine. No, not.
Little people don't have wine, have grape juice.
have the
Pretend you're
grape
having
juice.
wine.
No, don't even pretend. That's
Just have grape juice.
yeah, it's grape juice.
That's it. Cut
But
it
then
there.
they ferment it, and it's like having off grape juice.
Off grape juice.
But then there are a lot of foods like that. Like cheese is just
Cheese is-
really off milk.
Yeah, I don't trust
really
cheese.
off milk. I
Especially
love-
the mouldy ones.
I actually really like blue cheese.
There's a sense of difference of opinion. We're doing this way? Okay, go that way.
Now we're doing
Yeah.
like a Charlie's Angels kind of thing.
Not even on the centre.
No,
Hang
get,
on,
get,
we're just-
get your handgun. There you
Hang
go.
on, there we go. Yeah.
Excellent. All right. I believe it's time for the outro.
Oh, the outro.
Or, okay, this is my question I want to pose to you.
Oh,
Intro stands for introduction.
yes.
So is this now the outroduction?
Outroduction. Yes.
Yes?
Well, that makes logical sense for it to be the
As
outro.
opposed to illogical sense.
Yes. So this is the outroduction. So
We've coined a new term.
Outroduction.
Use it. Just
Yeah.
spread it everywhere. It may not happen, but we can dream.
we can dream.
We can dream.
Dreams may eventually become something
Other than a dream.
other than a dream. They might become a reality. They might become a parallel universe. We'll never know.
No, we never will. Goodbye for now.
Yeah, farewell.